Amanda here from Create with Scrimpingmommy. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I'm going to be doing a final review on my Asian Splendour journal. Now, if you're new here, if you've not followed along with any of the tutorials, they're all saved to a playlist and it's called Journaling Joy. And the joy stands for Journal Our Year because I'm doing a set of 12 journals. Each one will be different in some way, be it a different style of binding, a different cover. There's something different in every single one of these 12 journals that I'm going to be creating. We're on our third month. We've done December, January, and this is February's. So you can get some inspiration. You can either directly copy what I've done down to the T, absolutely just copy it, rip it off to your heart's content, I don't mind. Or what hoping that it will do is give you seeds of inspiration, and you might think, oh, I like that idea, Amanda. I'm going to try that, but I'm going to change it a little bit and I'm going to do this. So that's where you get your inspiration from. Okay, so let's stop waffling and get cracking. So as I say, there's tutorials on all the process from the cover to the matting and layering, everything. I've shown you how I've bound my signature together because I've done that in a different way, and it's really lovely. So here's the cover. Okay, it's wrapped chipboard, so it's nice and sturdy, and I've kept it quite simple. Okay, but I've made it look really pretty with the layering inspired by scrapbook layouts. So when we open the cover like so, we've got this kind of a double spread. So here we've got a gusseted pocket. Okay, it's quite a large pocket. It's got a 1/2 inch depth, so you can really pack it. Now you can either pack it with more ephemera to go in the journals, you can pack it with personal memorabilia, you could make a small folio for photos. I have actually just very quickly put together a little notebook. So I've done it very simply with some ribbon. So I've got an eyelet there. I've used one of the tabs, page tabs. I've just glued it along the bottom, put an eyelet in, and that's just so simple. I try and do it really easy, hoping that, you know, you can follow along, and it's super simple, basically, to cut a long story short. So in here, all I've done, and I've not even bound it together yet, I've used a vellum sheet, and then I've just used a variety of the plainer journaling pages, grade, lined, whatever, and just made a little notebook. Okay, and that just slips in there lovely. Okay, so I've cut it to size. And then when we come over here, we've got our journal block. Now the journal block is removable, and I've used a very simple, again, ribbon, and I've got a thinner ribbon and a wider ribbon, and I've got them the same colour because I choose to buy and use white ribbon, and then I will dye it to whatever colour I want to match my journal. Now I dyed this with a reinker, a water-based reinker for a water-based ink pad, and it happens to be Stampin' Up! Calypso Coral, and I have to thank my DT member Laura for recommending that colour because it does go beautiful with the papers, and she used Calypso Coral in hers, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a try. So that's where I got the idea from. I got it from Laura. So we've just got this simple ribbon closure here, okay, and our journal block slips out from the cover with a very simple belly band. I've slipped the ribbon under the belly band, okay, so this then slips in or out. You know, you could replace it, you could reuse the cover, you could take this bit out if you just want to make your life a little bit easier. Sometimes when we're journaling, covers can make things bulky, editions can make things bulky, so I thought we'd do a removable one. So let's have a look. So let's just move the cover out of the way. Okay, so I've done simple matte and layering on the cover there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely love it. So we've got this image here, this little bit I cut out from another piece, layered it on some paper. This has been trimmed off of another piece of the printables, you know, and I've really made the most of them. So this opens like so, and you've got what I call a drop down cover. So the spine is not attached to the journaling block. Okay, if I just move this out of the way, the reason for that is it helps everything lay nice and flat. I just need to layer this with some paper. I've forgotten to do that. And then our we've used the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. You can see the side there, and I've done it so that there's lots of room there. My journal, you can see it's starting to expand because these have got fatter embellishments in. So if you carried on embellishing the journal a little bit more, I've given you room there for it, and this can grow, okay? And then there's plenty of room within the cover to accommodate that. All right, let's get inside. So this first page here, beautiful, nice and simple. It was a plain page. I have, let me just remove this paper clip, collaged. I've cut down one of the tags. I've used a journaling card, and I've added the word February monthly, and that's like a collage pocket. Okay, really easy and simple to do. Anybody can do it. I've used another one of the journaling cards, and I've just layered up on various backgrounds of paper and cardstock. Super simple, nothing difficult. Okay, then we've got lots and lots of journaling pages. Journaling joy, the idea of journaling joy, if you are new here, is to turn over journals pretty quickly because we're doing one a month. So the easiest way to do that is to let the paper do the work and not over embellish. We don't have to make heaps and heaps and heaps of altered envelopes and flips and tucks and, you know, one of them pick a colour, pick a number, all of that palaver. We don't have to do that in our journaling. We can keep it simple, okay? Because you've got lots of room there, you could collage on photographs or memorabilia, or you can physically write in them. Lots and lots of space, okay? I've done some lovely stenciling here. This is one of the Tim Holtz one, and I've done it in 2 colours. And I've done that really easily, and I'll show you what I've used. If I can just quickly grab my little pot. I've used, this was free in a magazine, and it's a little tiny stenciling brush. And then this is a little makeup brush that I got from somewhere, so that you can get in those little tiny gaps. So I normally use the larger brushes, or these, but if you can have a look around for, you know, flat makeup brushes or little tiny ones like this, they can be really useful in your stenciling. And it's a lot cheaper than buying branded stuff. Okay, so I've done some stamping here. So have a look through your stamps. You might think I don't have anything Chinese theme, because obviously this is a Chinese stroke Asian theme. I don't have anything, but have a look. This wasn't in a Chinese theme set, but I just think it looks really cool, so I've used it. Printing on vellum, always a winner. Just decorative, but it's lovely because you can obviously see through. Lots of writing space. So here I've stamped. This was a plain coffee dyed page. I've made a pocket out of a scrap. I've fussy cut one of the ladies from one of the journaling cards. So I print some of the journaling cards on lightweight cardstock, and then I'll print them out on printer paper. And when I print them on printer paper, I'll often fussy cut them and add them. Okay, so this is one of the origami style envelopes. I've got a tutorial on this. So the good thing about these is, if I can open it, let me just get it open. So it's a functional envelope. You can put something in. And now I printed mine double-sided. If you don't print it double-sided, it actually all opens up and you can actually journal on this piece of paper. So how cool would that be, filled with notes and then folded back up like so? In a little, so it's like secret journaling. How cool. So there's one of the tags from my collection, and here I've got some raw silk in like a golden kind of colour, so I thought that was nice, and they just slip in there. And I've quite simply strengthened the edge of that pocket because it is only printer paper. It's not a true pocket, it's a tuck, so I've just glued it on 3 sides, and I've strengthened it with washi tape, okay, that I just found in my collection that just happened to have red in. Perfect. In the middle there is our monthly layout. So I put monthly layouts in all of these monthly journals. So you could write, you know, birthdays in or whatever. And on some of the plainer pages, I've done stenciling. It just gives it a little bit of interest. But the main idea of these is that you can actually write on them, or you could continue to collage on them, or you could doodle on them, or bullet journaling, or a prayer journal, whatever you like. But I just think it's nice to have something that's functional. So we've got lines there, more stenciling here. Obviously, you can write over it, you can write around it, you can do what you like. You can continue to use the offcuts from your kit. I save all of my leftovers in a little folder like this, because I often make folios, so I'll use that on the folio, or I'll continue to decorate this with things. You know, I might see an idea and think, oh, that'd look really nice in my Asian journal, and I might go make it and add it. So here we've just got very simple but effective use of scraps, little banners, a little bit of leftover ribbon, and I've just stapled it. And then we've done some stamping, and here I've got a little mini pocket that I made from just a scrap that was left over on my desk. And I made this little tiny envelope here, a little money wallet style envelope out of scraps. So the smallest thing can make something interesting. And in here I have a lucky Chinese coin. Okay, so that is tucked away there for whoever ends up with this journal. So here we've got a lovely, this is where the signature is bound to the next signature, which creates a pocket. So in here I've got another journaling card I created, and then I printed some of the pages 2 to a page. No, that's not 2 to a page, that's full size. But it was a double spread. I've just cut one off, and that can be extra journaling. I've used a strip to decorate the edge of the page there, and then obviously some leftovers, and I've just collaged those, added a circle with one of the lovely ladies, and a little bit of stenciling, and that's just offcuts. There's nothing fancy, there's no fancy slips, flips and tucks. It's a simple pocket just decorated prettily. Okay, we've got some more of the lovely papers there. And then this one here again, I just used offcuts to make a tuck. I've added a journaling card onto it for interest. And then in here, I wanted this to look like a scroll, like a Chinese scroll. But obviously, you know, you can't put something round in a pocket. So I flattened it and tied it with a little piece of string. And here's another one of the origami envelopes. Again, this can all, I'm not going to unfold it all, but it will all, you can use it as an envelope, but it will also all unfold for secret journaling, which I just love that idea. You know, you've got your thoughts on there, and then you've got your secret thoughts on one of those. Okay, a little bit more stamping there, more papers. Beautiful, these images are beautiful. There's more stenciling, so you don't have to do all sorts to journals to make them look fantastic. And the more it opens, because we've not over embellished, look how flat it's laying. Look how flat it's laying. It's not like that all bulky full of things, so you can't actually physically use your journal. It's laying lovely and flat. Okay. Coffee dyed paper for texture. Lovely dotted for maybe you want to plan a layout, or just doodle or whatever, or you can use it as writing lines. I just think it's fun. More stenciling. Here again, we've got another simple pocket. Very simple. Making the papers do the work. I've got a bit of stamping. I've over-stamped a little bit there. It's showing you the edge of the stamp there because I've put too much ink on, but it doesn't matter. It looks nice. Then I've taken one of the portrait planner pages. Just simply folded it up and put it in there. And I like to have that peeking out to show that this is the February journal. More beautiful papers. Okay, just lovely. And then here, I've just used scraps. I've got a bit of glue on there. Just used scraps. I've used one of the lucky money emblems there. And this is some lace effect paper from, I think it's in my journaling page basics collection. So I've used a couple of things from some of my other collections, but not much. Only a couple of backgrounds that I just particularly like. This is all in the collection. And then this one is a centre spread, okay? So if I just get something for reference. So it looks like collage, beautiful, and it's kind of mirror image, but just with different ladies. But these ladies are also tuck spots, okay? So you can tuck things in there, and you can tuck things in there. So that's really pretty. So it looks nice even if you don't put anything in, but you can actually put your tags or your memories or your receipts or whatever in there. And you can see it's still laying nice and flat. No need for any putting boards underneath and this, that and the other. It lays nice and flat. You'll be able to write on it because we've not over embellished. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love over-embellishing journals. I've made some ones that are absolutely filled to the brim with stuff, but the journaling joy, the idea is that they are for writing, and so they're quicker and faster to make, which builds your confidence for journal making. Okay, it builds your confidence. It helps you practice the techniques, such as the 5-stitch pamphlet, the 5-hole pamphlet stitch that I've taught you. It helps you learn the different techniques that I use. I give you different ideas, and you're not feeling overwhelmed because you don't feel like you have to fill every page with something. The idea of a journal is that you fill it as you go. So you might want to, like I say, collage or doodle or write your recipes or write your prayers in it or whatever, or what you're grateful for every day, or your fitness regime or your weight loss journey, whatever, that you want something that you can write in. So here we've got another binding pocket, and I've just added some more journaling page in there for extra writing, and it looks like a belly band, but it's actually the pocket attached to the pocket and glued on 3 sides, so it makes that pocket stronger and it creates another pocket. So here I've used a scrap and I've fussy cut another lady from one of the journaling cards, and I've got a simple tag, and that page looks beautiful and it's flat, so that when you're on the next page, if you so desired, I mean we won't be on this one because it's a decorative one, but you can still write on it. It's flat, it's not lumpy and bumpy, so you can write on it. But how lovely is that decoration? Simple. Lovely. I love this stenciling. It's a little bit more time consuming doing them in 2 colours, but it's really looks lovely, and it's very soft, and it's kind of faded in the background, so it's not going to interfere with your writing. So this is my main decorative page, and it is the pop out, made to look like, a room divider screen. You can tuck tags down the back there, but it's showcasing some of the beautiful images, and it's just for fun. It's lovely. But when it folds flat. It's not bulky and bumpy, so although we've highly decorated a page, you can still write on this one because it's flat. Okay, lovely stenciling. I've gone through the middle of the page there, and some more. I love that stencil, can you tell? And the images are beautiful, and I've purposely kept the images on the papers to a minimum on these ones. There's a couple of full sheet ones, which is a bit like a collage type of effect, I suppose, but most of them I've kept with just a cluster at a corner so that you can write. Okay, again, another binding pocket. I've kept it really simple. These are journal pages. I printed them 2 to a page, and then I folded them in half and glued them together. So that's just printer paper, 120 GSM. And when it's folded, that is obviously going to go to 240, so it's going to be nice and sturdy. And then here we've got the February monthly going that way. And we've got another vellum page here, stunning. Lots and lots of writing space. Here I've taken another idea from the lovely Laura, and under there is the same image. So I've printed another one out, I've cut the image out, and I've kind of superimposed it on the top a little bit like decoupage, how you layer, but I've just made it into a little tuck. So I think that's really cute. Here we've just got scraps. I've turned them into banners or flags. I've added a journaling card, and so there now you can either just have it as decoration, but it is actually also useful to tuck things. Okay, just simple. Things don't have to be complicated, and journals don't have to take months and months to make. I love making big journals, but I really love making these simpler journals because you get them done faster, you're not overwhelmed, so you feel a huge sense of achievement because you can get to finish one in a day or so. Okay, more of that beautiful vellum. And here we've got what looks like a belly band, but it's a binding pocket. So we've got 2 journal cards there and 2 journal cards there, but that is actually a deep pocket. All right, and again I've used a scrap, and then I've used one of the twinches, the 2-inch rounded squares, And so it looks like a belly band, but it's actually 2 pockets. So I like that idea. Let's keep going. So there's an awful, I've not even counted how many pages, but we've got 5 signatures and 6 pages in each. So we've got quite a large number of pages. So even as we're getting towards the end of the journal here, it's still quite flat there. It's going to lift up there because it's bound to do, because that's the nature of it, of the way that we've bound it. You can do them so they're completely lay flat. We'll do that another time. But you can see it's still fairly flat. Beautiful decorative page. More writing pages. Beautiful. I love this one. Okay, that's the centre of that signature, and we're coming towards the end of the journal with some more writing pages. Okay, and then that's the back. So if we bring our cover back in, okay, all you do is, let me just make sure I'm in shot. So obviously your back page, I showed you how to do it. It's nice and sturdy and it just slides under there. Okay, slides in. And then we're going to just use this, and because this is wrapped around the belly band as well, it's going to hold that journal block. And because it's ribbon, as your journal grows, you can just do your ribbon a little bit looser. Absolutely perfect. So that is my Asian Splendour journal. So, you know, if you like what we do, follow along, subscribe, click like, etc. You can follow my tutorials and the ideas every month, whether you use my papers or not. It's completely up to you. But my job is to inspire. So hopefully it's given you a thread of an idea that you can use in your journals. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.